Welcome to another product today, and we're going to have a temperature and humidity sensor. Now, this is going to, of course, join Home Assistant, and also it will work with my Z-Wave adapter that I purchased, a long range, the 800R long range. And this is the Zooz ZSE44XS sensor. Anyway, hopefully this will be a rather short video, but let's go ahead and open it up. Zooz, I think, is a little bit expensive. However, their products so far are just fine. Packaging is great. So here you go. It's a rather small box. We have a bracket to hang it. A rather thick instruction guide. And one of the reasons is there's so many different options that you can connect this to. So again, we're going to use Home Assistant. Here's the actual sensor. That's it. And again, Zooz, their packaging is really, really very nice and protective. And one other thing, there's a double back tape if I don't want to use screws and just want to attach it this way. And there's a little tool here, which I'll show you in a little while. The tool will open up so you can set this up and activate the battery. So let's go to our next step and get this going. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate the battery. Here's the tool I had mentioned to you that was in that little packet. And there's supposed to be right here, supposed to be able to put the tool in here. And there we go. So I had the tool upside down apparently. So once I put it in the correct way, this opened right up. You see the word pull here. So I'm going to pull that, and that will activate the battery. So now the battery is activated, and it says to keep this open. So I will do that. Okay, now I'm following instructions that I was able to just scan with my phone in the packaging. So let's see if this will work. You could see in front of you, Home Assistant. I'll go to my dashboard. There's the dashboard. And let's see, it says open configuration integrations. So I will go to settings. I am going to go to devices and services, integrations. I'm going to search for Z-Wave, and there is Z-Wave, even though I spelled it wrong. Let me go back and fix that. So there's Z-Wave. And you could see there's my dimmer and the smoke alarm. So these are the two that I've put on so far. Add a device. And it says scan QR code using webcam or enter the code manually. Last time I put it in manually and that worked, so I think that's what I'll do this time. So here's what I did. I copied the code. I scanned it with my phone. I sent it to myself on this computer. I put all the numbers in, and lo and behold, it found a temperature and a humidity XS sensor. Area, we're going to put it in the basement. Network type, long range. And I'm going to add the device. So what I did, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but anyway, let me try to move the light over a little bit. So there is a button here. I pressed it 3 times, and after I pressed it 3 times, the blue light began to blink. So let's see if that works. It says this device is currently being interviewed and may not be fully operational. So apparently it is being interviewed. The blue light is off now, and I'll come back and we'll see what happens. I am back again, and right here you could see it has entered the temperature and humidity sensor. So far it's been pretty self-starting. Says that there's a bunch of entities. So temperature, humidity, there's a moisture alarm, overheat detection, etc. So there's a whole bunch of entities. I'm going to put this on the dashboard. I wonder what the two disabled alarm. Oh, so I noticed that there is what I'm going to call a very small speaker that is included. At least it appears to be a speaker on the cover here. I am going to cover it back up. I don't know if you heard that snap, but I have it right here. I'm going to test it and come back to you and let you know how accurate it is. Let's go ahead and see here. So it shows the battery is 100%. And right now, these are the readings that I'll be getting. And it tells you it started 1 minute ago. Again, with Home Assistant, you get so much data. There's cases where you might say too much. But anyway, you could see here the configuration, just so much I could do with it. I'm not going to go through it all. It's all the different parameters that we have here. So right now it is giving me an air temperature of 73.5 and humidity of 36%. I have a device not too far away. Let me just go look at that. The other device I have in the room shows a temperature of 71 degrees. So, and this is probably still getting ready. So we're pretty much there because the other one is a good 20 feet away. So I will come back and tell you what I think. In some of the reviews I looked at, one of the issues or questions people had, apparently the battery life was a question. So I'm hoping I'm not going to have to worry about that. The battery is a small round battery, so we will see. Actually, its setup time, literally nothing. It took longer to unbox it than it did to get this set up on Z-Wave. It has now been a week. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to go to the bottom here and let me show you. Here is the sensor that we put in last week. And as you can see, and that's right, it's 68.2 down there. That's in the basement. Humidity 37%. And so it seems to be working really well. And over here, I'll have to move this. You could see the battery level is still 100%. So far the battery level hasn't moved at all. Good news based on some of the things that I read. And I will mention one other thing. I'm going to go over here on the left. And as you can see, there's a dashboard called Basement TV Remote. This is what I am working on with my grandson. And as you could see here, we're beginning to make this look a whole lot more like a remote, aren't we? Little by little. I've tested it now. You can use this remotely with Nabu Casa, and it works just fine. So that's it for this particular video. I am heading to IKEA next week to get one of their new Matter products, and I'll show that to you as soon as I get it.